Hey guys, Shamar Brown here. Welcome to the third episode of Eagle Podcast Night Talks. Right? So tonight I have a great topic for you guys. The name of this topic is called Close the Back Doors. And before I get into it, I want to share a story with you guys. Alright? So let's get into it. Alright, so I don't quite remember which year it was, but I think the guy's name, his name was Cortez, right? So he had a army of like, let's just say 1,000 soldiers, right? And they were marching all the way to Mexico. And back then Mexico had like Indians over there, and I think they had like probably like 5,000 Indians, right? So when the soldiers were getting close to the island, right, some of them, they started to complain like, General, what are you talking about? There's like a bunch of, we're outnumbered. What are you talking about? And the general is like, you know what? Get off the ship. Right? So these guys, they got off the ship, and then the general turned to them and said, burn the ships. And when the guys heard that, they were like, what are you talking about? Burn the ships? How are we gonna escape? My guy said, burn the ship. So with him being the captain and, him having all the respect, they did exactly what he did, right? So after they burned the ship, he gave a speech. And, this speech changed the whole trajectory of the men that day. So he turned to them and he said, guys, the reason why I burn the ships is because there's no escape. We're here to win this fight. We're gonna win. No escape. So that's why we burn the ships. You get what I'm saying? So either we win or we die. And that's what they did. They went and they won. And today, Mexico speaks Spanish. Right? Because my guy did that. Right? So anyways, let's get into the talk. Alright, so like I said, close the back door. Right? A lot of people, I guess, they want to be successful. Right? They want to get their dream life or get where they want to get. But they still have a bunch of doors open. You get what I'm saying? And, they still have okay, if this doesn't work, I can go. If this doesn't play out, I can go. And I feel that everybody does it in relationship. They do it in business. They do it in even families. And I think that's the wrong mindset. You get what I'm saying? Say for instance, when it comes on to relationship, right? Me personally, I kind of used to think that way, that, let's go into this relationship, and if it doesn't work, I have A and C to go to, right? But after changing my environment and start being around people who doesn't think that way, my mindset kind of changed. And the mindset is that, hey, if I'm going to be committed to you, I'm going to be committed to you, right? And now I realize that that's why marriage is such a big thing. Again, that's the ultimate commitment. And I think, we as young men, that's where we should point our mindset at, like, hey, let's go all in. If we don't go all in, don't go at all, right? And that's when it comes on to relationship, right? Now, when it comes on to business now, right? I often hear about the whole shiny object syndrome, where as soon as somebody sees something, they run at it. And then when they see something else, they run at it. No, that's the wrong mindset to have, right? Don't get me wrong. It's good to have multiple streams of income. You get what I'm saying? Don't misunderstand me, because we need to get this money, right? But make one thing right, right? Make one thing right. Once it's right, then you can move to the next step. You get what I'm saying? Then you can move to the next thing, right? And that's when it comes down to business. Now, when it comes down to family, now I don't think you can do anything about that, so I probably won't be able to give any perspective on that. But when it comes down to those two things that I mentioned, that's my opinion on it, right? Close the back door, all right? So, just to wrap up, make sure you share this video. Make sure you leave a comment. And better yet, leave in the comments an example of you closing the back door. What did you do to illustrate that you closed the back door? I want you to comment that below. All right, and make sure you share. Make sure you stay tuned for next week podcast, because I'm gonna be having a special guest, and we're gonna be utilizing Instagram Live as well too. All right, so it was good talking to you guys, and this was a next episode of the Eagle Podcast Night Talks. Close the back doors. All right, guys.